Now I call heaven. Matthew 24, 35 to 36. Also, near Sassy. And they come heaven, they come here beside. Say heaven come who are over point. Can say over point heaven. Not heaven come over point. Because Bible is also near Sassy. Heaven and earth shall pass. I will say what is happening. If you say, open heaven, not heaven, you come and him for now. What in the mood? You go for the answer. Share program no share. Aha. And Baba deal with Owusu Bempa. The master obaso a push video no ma video ni nya dem ko. Aha, yan jaja ya ho kra. Obaso pe just push the message to people to join. The master obaso pe what invited the Baba share say Owusu Bempa ko your friend no some TV station am say Royal TV or kan sem bin sam no enkoyi nti yesremo obaso a push the video mun share video no man why mun share na mun target amanfo yes aduani aduma body na bre religion no am say ram mo nti yes abeto aso ye be fire o mo abomu dwa me ba jo ye now I call heaven. Matthew 24, 35 to 36. Also, near Sassy. And they come heaven, they come here beside. Say heaven come who are over point. Can I say over point heaven? Not heaven come over point. Because Bible is also near Sassy. Heaven and earth shall pass. I will say what is happening. If you say, open heaven, not heaven, you come and you find out. What in the mood? You go for the answer. When Tanya, teenage, when Tanya, Chiabutoi, Musao, Femi, Yahuda Quintana, Bombondre, they are subscribable, Quintana Conscious Comedy, Missy Quintana Conscious Comedy, Natural Comedy, subscribe over YouTube. You don't be asking, Nate, when Tanya, teenage, when Tanya, Mama's Toilahi, teenage. Huantainho, mamazi, huantainho, papazi, huantainho, toilahi, chiabu toi Ghana, latintin Yahuda Quintana, to latintin Ghana, bo vive, chiabu toi, where homa, home where, michia, Ghana phone now, mon chemi, and then you bring Messer Obaswa. Na wabomwande se obeshe video no amaya kama nende mbrezu ya den yedi nkomo ye ya fatu ya mo se ye be disprove religion na de ye be disprove because religious book no ye ye de atiache Bible no ya kan ya read the Bible ya mo se dabi a slavery manual book and on the abeda ye but as of one do any be aware say the air can move for adwuma, but we don't care about them. There be some American say we ebinimwa o matra aputo o matra futu ye we binima wutu o mfo kra no mu say no kra onfa o kan kra che no kra onfa nti ye no ye deal with the youth, the future leaders that actually mano e na ye ne o mo ye den e wa asem ti ye kasa kyerɛ mo na e be sabi ye bi o mo adwemu e wo Bible ne so mo mutim no nti ende it was very fantastic and nicely, gorgeously and romantically bibia freshly e wo ye friend saying abontia me call for street questions na utimu say a Christopher problem, a Christopher individual and personal problem. What the question into na to an answer sem yengo tie ba ko bi ye be san baba na ya beto a the video no so yentie no na mbra now I call heaven. Matthew 24, 35 to 36. Also, on the assassin. A become heaven, become here be south. Say heaven come who are over point. Can say over point heaven. Not heaven come over point. Because Bible is also on the assassin. Heaven and earth shall pass away. Say what is happening. And they say, open heaven up. Not heaven, you come and heaven now. You can't answer the question. Maybe some say I didn't know most Christians go to church because they put it in their brain, say after their death they will go to a place called heaven. Now the question is, according to your own Bible, Matthew 24:35 says heaven and earth shall pass away. Now if heaven will pass away, one our Christian why you say heaven will pass away. Matthew 24:35 says heaven and earth shall pass away. Now, if heaven will pass away, where will you go? There's even another question there. According to the book of Isaiah chapter 68, Nyankopon say, heaven is my throne. Now, so I am in 90 as well. If God lives in heaven, according to their Bible, according to their beliefs, but their same Bible say heaven will pass away. If heaven pass away, where will that God live? Where will that God live? Some Christians try to escape the question or to balance the question. They will tell you, say, before God created heaven and earth, where was God? So God will live where he that God was before creating heaven and earth. Then says, me Yahuda Kentana, I don't need to go to heaven. I need to go to where your God is. Baby Nyankopon wana or the boss or ni assassin, and one a meme person near the meko. Because Bible no say, or so near assassin a become, and this also near assassin cremua, baby a meko de become, intimate baby a become, into baby Nyankopon wana or heaven, a horse and a person near the meko. Say, and yes, Aneti. Now, catch them say, Nyankopon, heaven or what they are, heaven, Mikremua, Munyankopon, me pacho, the last stop on him. If heaven shall pass away, where is God last stop? Because you can say pass away, you want the last stop. And if I say if you are mafaka fi circle, may go kaswa, and obisi will bury kaswa your last stop. What you say? Kaswa a last stop. And this a momo say Nyankopon, heaven. Bible no say Nyankopon to heaven. Na Bible chrono say heaven be twamua, twamua kwa hi, yara kwa hifa. What you say? Until I don't want to go to heaven, but I want to go to where God lives before creating the earth, the heaven and the earth. Because if we will put things in critical analysis, if we apply common sense and logic, according to your Bible, you say in the beginning, even in the first paragraph, the first statement, in, there is a problem there. Why am I saying so? You were in. Anytime we say in, that means we start in the middle. That means from the middle to the end, something is there. What I say. So we can say in the beginning. In the beginning now. As someone there is a question there. Please, Ubaswa, share video the man why. I want to see you sharing the video. And I try and like my page. Voice of Common Sense Family. Voice of Common Sense Family. Voice of Common Sense Family. I am page like it. Very soon. You would have been yes in the videos or her make her Voice of Common Sense Family. Any page na like it. Na kai na subscribe to the YouTube channel. You see SF Yahuda, CSF Yahuda. Yankofa question bako na yenye de yenfa addition yenye de embryo.
You go for the answer. Now I call heaven. Matthew 24, 35 to 36. What's your son near Sassy? And they come heaven, they come. Here be south. Say heaven come who are over point. Can I say over point heaven? Not heaven come over point. Because Bible is also near Sassy. Heaven and earth shall pass. I will say what is happening. And they say, open heaven, I go. Not heaven, you come one, you find out. Question the mood, you be a
Nti osi question ni mudu no correct question ni mudu asem we your akristofo bebre including their pastors will be someone it will tend to announce the story. They will tell you these old ancient stories. Now today the topic is who is Owusu Bempa. Owusu Bempa claimed to be a prophet of the nation. Owusu Bempa claims, I'm talking about this man, let me bring him before
you go for the answer.
I'm sorry.
Now I call heaven. Matthew 24, 35 to 36. What's your son near Sassy?
I'm talking about this man, popularly known Reverend Owusu Bempa, claimed as the prophet of the nation prophet. We were all in Ghana while this man came and predicted that Nanado is coming to be the next president of Ghana. According to his prediction, we voted. So after voting, we voted, elected Nanado, not God, not any divine being from anywhere. We are the same people from Ghana who elected Nanado to be the president of Ghana. Yes. Now, there was an interview between Royal TV and Owusu Bempa. I want you to take very good pay attention, comprehend, and listen to the interview. How things was going, how Owusu Bempa was trying to dodge questions by quoting the Bible. I tell you, anytime you depend upon a God, anytime you depend upon a divine being, excuse my language, excuse in quote, you become a fool. You speak like a fool. Excuse. You become a fool, you speak like a fool because you depend upon a divine being to do everything for you. Christians believe there is a divine being, God in the sky, which does everything. Or on a man's you or on a connected granny, or on a my yesika, and those things, the ABCBA, no more position they put everything by God, by the will of Allah. According to Muslims, everything is by the will of Allah. According to Christians, they will tell you then those things. That means religious people always believe everything good and bad comes from God. Some of them, let me say most of them believe everything good comes from God, everything good comes from the Satan. For they don't blame themselves. So when a Christian man, a Muslim man goes to a problem, he put the problem like God and a man by Yamin a man by. And on a common sense family, you see that you are 100% responsible for anything which happen in your life, either good or bad. You are responsible for it. Thank you. That is where we have the good and the bad inclination. We have the good in our brain, then the bad in our brain. So in the other way, the God which they think is our brain. So they will tell you God lives in heaven. Our brain lives in high. Our brain lives in our head. That is why they say God lives in heaven. This is the temple of God. This box. So when you refuse to use this box, automatically you will suffer and become poor. Now let's go direct and straight to the video and listen to nation prophet, claim to be a nation prophet, Owusu Bempa. I normally do video about this man. I don't hate this man. I can't hate him. I don't have any personal problem with him. Yes, but I see him say, "Odi no hodi abo Nyankopon bia o claim say nyame bi na de ne kasa no e na me ne nye de enya ade nyame bi obi ni obi ankasa what you say." And Owusu Bempa is a very good tactics, a prophet or a tactics. He knew how to play the game. When the game is going like this, he know how to go about it. What you say? He know how to go about it. Na what the wayen no mabina or the brigana for any so. Until you go I'll come back again.
Yes. Okay, prophet.
But you say you've seen Yankopon on Father Bonemanama, but and for say Nanado Memuno, said how we grabber, at the Ahotra come, a fay, a conform motor for at your gum a woman. Let me be such a Yankopon Namoso, and I would say ye by Yan and Adu Timbinaku. Now, wow, sha, let us and anyone.
That was the question. The question was, according to Christian beliefs, Nyankopon fa the born in Yaden and Manima. Yes, Saan or Moka. But we were in Ghana here, Owusu Bempa be predicted saying another Babe president. And they say it's true, say Nyankopon and then another de ma Ghana for ye bread, and Yamina Meka. Chronic also, a comic also, Yenisika, human also system, na basa, and no boy into Bisana say. Nyankopon shedan odi na nado de breya na anante say yengoti prophet Owusu Bempa how he was trying to dodge questions na odi akoshe Bible kon yedua ye be kan Bible no. Nti if Owusu Bempa is right, then their God has a problem. Say asem Owusu Bempa ba be kan no eye no kore dia ende Owusu Bempa Nyankopon ya Christopher Nyankopon onye papa onye correct onim daachi nipa ti Mrs. Sanadwe yengoti
na wosoba en wo bai anase wonu ana wosoba na emu miema bi na wo hunu so
so we share Bible mo obehu say na me na kasa Samuel say when am into so ema president na bra so be president no eni man kuku na me na kasa Samuel so am into so eni man ye ro ade na eni man ye ro so strong eya for being afei ontie di na me e be captain so onye afei di Samuel crowd be captain so onye no onye
me ba jo bi atie o dani asem no de akogu Samuel Saul ene Nyankopon so nti oyi problem no e de akɔhye Nyankopon kon owia no de abɛhwɛ sɛ de esi wo Ghana no ebi esi wo Bible no right magiatu ba me see if ebi esi wo Bible no na Nyankopon eyi Saul say Saul enyo hene na ekiri Saul etimi dane firi Nyankopon asɛdeɛ so a endie Saul ya ma Nyankopon dane okwasea Nyankopon kwasea Bible mu Nyankopon na meka no enye krita no endie sa na etie dia Saul no wo Bible no ene Nyankopon no wo Bible no sabi Saul no ema Nyankopon no ya dane okwasea yeguti ne ato aso
nti ma Samuel kaki Saul eti bra enema ye bakata na Samuel e bompa ya maso na me ka sakre Samuel se mo bompa ya maso ju man se so atietia so na ya afin eno timi mi muso ma pani na kufu ado
Owusu Bempa asema all kano o e wo first Samuel chapter 15 verse 10 asema na Owusu Bempa kasisi na wo first Samuel chapter 15 verse 10 nti me ka me boboso na me de quotation na support o asema a oye den all kan eno ni o se na Ewurade asem ba Samuel nkyɛnse manumi ho se me de Saul masi hene efiri se wasani afiri machi na wama me nsɛm nyinaa na o se efiri se wasani afiri machi na wama me nsɛm nyinaa na Samuel ayreho na usufre Ewurade anajo no nyinaa nti according to 1 Samuel chapter 15 verses number 10 no e kire se Nyankopon pese o kire se Samuel ama no Nyankopon eden anu no ho ade nti Samuel ama Nyankopon se mo susu ye nyina anye den ambam e wona me aha na me pese mote ase se nipa timi sesa Nyankopon susu ye dia ende ye nipa no ye powerful than Nyankopon. If human being can change the plans of God, that means human being, we are powerful than that God. I repeat again. According to 1 Samuel chapter 15 verse 10, if human being, if people like Saul can change the plan of God, that means we human being, we are powerful than the God. That means we human being are rather the God which they claim for critical thinkers. Say nipa me nipa desani etimi ma nyame nsusu yesasa that means ye no ye wa honde sin nyankopon that means nya de nyankopon pe ne bebam na mbom de ye nipa ye pe no na ya ma nyankopon ama na ye den abam it doesn't make sense ye ngoti
ma na sika no a ma nye mitsu no kuma na sisa ontie de nyame be ka bi
okay
ono a de ne ye de o yo ena mpabo a na sofo boma ne bi e twemo no tete o ma no ko kan o ka kan enti de to
enti mpabo a ye boma no o ma no ho kwan that means wo nipa desani se wa ma wo ho kwan nyankopon ntimi nya edwuma e wo mu a sa na etie de nipa ye wa honde sin nyankopon ye wo tumi sin nyankopon edano mi bisa wo bi say if God is all powerful nyankopon na tumi nyina hye ne nsa tumi nyina God is all powerful than everything every creature came from the creator which is God now why do this same God need body guys need angels to guide that God who does God fear the God which you people claim is powerful, the biblical God, the God in the Bible is powerful, the God in the Bible is all-knowing, the God in the Bible is powerful than every creature. Even that God created the angels. Now, the God who created the creature, make the creature powerful than the creator because who guide the guidance? God is the creator, the angels are the creatures. Now, the creatures rather guide the creator. Now that means common sensely, if you apply logic and common sense, if you want to think critically, the creature guiding the creator is powerful than the creator because no one is guiding the creature, but the creature is guiding the creator. I want you to think. I just want you to think. Oh. The same God in the Bible, according to the book, is that the book of Revelation chapter 21, when you read, they say this God in heaven has a wall around heaven, wall, which the wall have 12 gates, each gate with the names of the God of Israel. God, why do you need a wall? Who are you protecting yourself from? If this God is powerful, who is, are you with me? I want to put something in your brain. I just want you to restart and refresh your thinking system. Are you getting my point? Now, we continue and listen to Owusu Bempa.
The same thing. It took me to Samuel. Samuel, the Yamena success one anointed soul. No, when Yamedi, a soul was but so better not to
that means even Samuel, he himself, doesn't know the future. Because when God sent Samuel to Saul, God told Samuel, say, Uncle Saul, that means the God who sent Samuel to Saul, that God, number one, doesn't know the future. Because that God never knew the future that Saul would return from his plan. What you say? Let me see, Yankopon, no name say, Saul be young, Henia, or be Danny, a free, na shady so. I have no trace of Yankopon or Nimadachi. Because almost Yankopon father born in Manima, and think Samuel. Saul require the papa and order the man Israel for. Until according to Nana, how do you call it? Owusu Bempa. Enka Nanado ye papa. Time all ban Yankopon see Nanado to be a good person. Yankopon see Nanado to have a good heart. Yankopon see Nanado to be the perfect. But later, Nanado came and turned from God. That means your God didn't know future. Nyamino nimadachi. In the first 4 years. Na Nyankopon say Nanado will do well, but in the next 4 years, God doesn't know say Nanado will turn and lose not Obama Ghana ayedi. Say Nyankopon Yahweh no nimedia. Ghanaians shouldn't blame. Ghanaians shouldn't talk. Ghanaians shouldn't talk because Ghanaians believe in their God. Say Nyankopon ene ya di nyina. Even almost Nyankopon kura nisi hene. Yes, almost in Yankopon is in that way. Yet to until hene fata hene Yankopon is yamayeno. Why will the Christians cry and shout? We continue with Owusu Bempa.
Some of successful and not going to after their shops and all. Now make us when you say why is different. After you tell me,
Uti Samuel Casacre Sola. Saul ntie nyame nka so onye ni sei na Saul aye ni sei that means see ano Saul etimi dane de Nyankopon epe. Saul etimi dane Nyankopon asem. Saul etimi ma Nyankopon nunu ho. Nipa ema Nyankopon nunu ho. Asem we wangasa mo de mo ntrase na mo nwono ho. Wo ye Kristo na wo gidi wo Bible ma. Wangasa wo gidi no ntrase na dwono ho. Nyame a onipa timi ma nunu ho de asem tie nkoto aso.
So kra ko samanfre ni ba. Emo nyame bu. Eno nyame samasi a nje de prosem. E di ama de. Oh, even there we try that example. Who's that back? Emo Israel. Oh, David break. 3 good years. And then for complaining against Samuel. That David was saying, I'm David. David is too for Yamia. So Yamika said, David, you really wait now for my wife. And two people are saying, and then my best friend. A brother said, Yammy and make out 2 Saturday. And then my come on. Yamika to be a year actual G for effect. I swear, I think I made too soon. But that's any person that you can make transfer. Not done anything I make transfer. And you're making your back.
The point is, Owusu Bempa say na or dane ne ho firi Nyame kwan so a enoma tumi be basa. Nti according to Owusu Bempa, the point ne say sisia na na do adane afiri Nyame kwan so. My question for Owusu Bempa and his God and say, did they know omunim say na na do be dane afiri Nyame kwan so ana omunim ana omunim. Nyankopon no nim say Saul obeda ni afiri ono na kwan so ana no nim. That is my question. So what can me say onima onyankopon onim future. So what can me say nyankopon onim no onim ade nyina. Then stop talking. Nyankopon na sheda de na do bre say na do mbetwe aso. No magana for mbre. Simple as ABC. Yet was.
E ba me say won tin blame prophet.
Okay. And
na fufu ado. Ni ma mi fufu an ho. Any sani anako think na babo yem. Enye tan e intino
nti da bi se nyoma wu mu fa no ho ene se dia wo ye no enye no na koso sei no nti wo Owusu Bempa enyoma na wu hu no enye wo a Nyankopon na yi kire wo nti dia Nyankopon yi kire wo no nanado aka wo ne wo Nyankopon na bum asesa mo adwen nti nanado against Owusu Bempa and his God. Because in Owusu Bempa ne nyame de nka de omo pene se nanado ba ye ho beto yen ye benya ho nka mo mu de nka mo peni yi dim. But Nanado was powerful to change you and your God. Nanado is so powerful to change Owusu Bempa and his God. Not the Nanado pen na oh yeah dia. That means Owusu Bempa wonu Nyankopon no yesere mo a em se mu hia homework kakra why he mo koye mo correction na mo sambra back.
Sabe so dia ton. The first 4 years seven kan nyama ye. Come kakra.
Yeah.
Ba ade na fi bia ye ro. Ama fe de Ghana for army. That is a big
now, a prophet, where they see me cry. Usha, I didn't think I cost one and another. On pursue a bit, I will be.
I said, be a prophet coming here. Oh, yes. Ebia will change a many.
Okay.
Because come up in a banner. Yakasana, 77 treasures, and then Yamaka.
Te Owusu Bempa person treasure is Nkrofo na atwa ne ho ahia ntisi a ontie nyame ne Nkrofo be no mo atwa ne ho ahia Owusu Bempa bobodin agina sare no mensa hotabel ye fe ne sen Donka Williams no ne Nkrofo a ye ya we Ghana ha asofo no sese omo no mo atwa ne ho ahia Nanado ntie nyame ne biem nti wo kra wo ka se the time na wo ben no na ne o makoyi kakra Owusu Bempa yesre mo nyina se Nyankopon ba ko na mo som no Nyankopon ba ko na mo som no nti nka de nti na ono nso nka ntimi fa nyame asem nye den emma no se mu nyina if you people claim say you all have the same God, worship the same God na mo wogidie ba ko a nti you have to stand well. Owusu Bempa gina yi why na bibia ugina no network na nye why Owusu Bempa gina yi bibia ugina de network no enyansi yi kura eteteko what you say the next time catch on Nyankopon say oyi bibi kirewa na bibi bedane a oyi nkire say na do by in the first 4 years nyoma be koyi but in the second year nyoma be de be basa na catch e de besi what you say na jai say wo study system no am trasia na wo study system no psychology na mo the psychology na mo de adwen de abekasa yenim ni nyina but de akoye ne say mo buga na fo acha didi nti obi ba bonte no be kase ya na mo fa nipa na say agoro bi na ye de yedi but this time ye nsuro bia this time no ye nsuro bia me Ghana ha me nsuro bia ye nsuro bia especially religious people because they have nothing better for the nation they have nothing better for the people e yo mo kora no mo ka ho no man ne say no Owusu Bempa wo ka ho na Ghana for ebre me na mo ka me kire Owusu Bempa you are part of the problem of Ghana yes Owusu Bempa wo ka ho Ghana for bra wo mo bre 70% every Owusu Bempa but wo bi so Owusu Bempa se sia ene na ye bisa na o yi blame no de ama Nyankopon no se si o yi blame no e de ama Nyankopon because wo kon beka se wono so Nyankopon na kasa kire no Owusu Bempa is part of Ghana's problem because your Ghana ha na Owusu Bempa o be predict o gina so ndam yi campaign man na ado se na ado mbra se Nyankopon yi a kire se na ado beba Ghana fo wo gidie bi wo nyame mu se ye won krofo bi a wo ye fro mo nyame nipa nyame asofo nyame adifo nti o mo kasa na o mo de gidie bi ekiri nti wo kasa ye na ye wanu mu kasa na wo ka ye politics a wo ye man na ado de mo obi ba ye nti you are part of Ghana problem wo ka ho bi Owusu Bempa bra ye bre no ka ho bi why baby a wo bi a wo tie mi video no enya bro bi na medi wo ka ho bi se nye wo a ende Nyankopon no kasa kire wo no Nyankopon no wo kwa aka kire ne se next time onjina yi na baby ode ye kono yempe ye to aso
ba se no me no in condition bi
ade bibia siana
bibia si ba tanya
monso bibia siana mun nim de si wo Ghana ha ade ntina Ghana journalist monso motesa Ghana media father na my life nso tesa wo bisa ne se bibia siana BBC ye ni Ghana ha na nsense mi ba ye na nanado frɛ asofo a wan frɛ Owusu Bempa no so dane man so sem nanado Owusu Bempa twen no ho ana wante yeso me binim wo Israel ya nso mana em se no so pa ya na edi nsem mo ba ye no bisa ye se wo bisa ne se bibia sia wo ni mo so se wala mo so se wala etoto mo monise ni panu no mbie na nim se na nim bon ana wa mo ya we bibi ben ne nsi bibia si o nka no kore ne nto aso
obetimi afoso sabe na ko river side ba o mi ko ko mi
okay
ti so betimi atoi abre no ho man ho pantia ni fi se enye tumi
okay
because na people na me ni akwa papa na me ni no enya me ma be tumi ya ni se che ni hu se
wow na me nim no ya akwa papa na oye papa no anya me ma me hu no ye ni se me hu ni bi mti na do ama anya do atimi adane wo na Nyankopon mo plan na do aye mo wa ye mo bukata wa ye mo 419 wo na Nyankopon na do has nana ado danko akufo ado wa ma Owusu Bempa ene ne Nyankopon no sebe wayo mo fragadam because Owusu Bempa se nana do na wonim na Nyankopon yi kire no that means Nyankopon yi bi kire wa yi ni nyina o yi good part na kire wa yi bad side na kire nke se so yi kire o se Owusu Bempa o ka se Ghana nana do be president no ba ne for 4 years se na wudi kan ne be ko yi na ne 4 years na aka de Ghana for enko yi o ha beba yi levi beba obesika so usi cathedral obetutu petrol mu ekom beba yenya aduane ndi bode bo be ye de fuel bo be ye de ye fense lolo fe bo be ye de yenya adwuma nye nurses for be ko demonstration ene ye fense ni we no na nka wakaka ni nyina what you say nke se wo ye de o yi ni nyina ye de extra ye but Onyankopon ontimi anya ne sa nti yesrem wa ye to aso
enye se bi amene wo ku de ni problem ya
okay enti me ba to prophet enti o ma no kwa bie mu o eti na niema nkoso na na o ma no kwa nti afuti obie enti na niema nkoso
ami mo bie mi tu se empire boko oh no esai because amamu na kaka ya pia amamu no benyamin senya ana na matiya te senyamin senya ya matiya te agende ya pro na me do fa na te e yo nyami tumi ne bi mai anu tina e bebi e chamo omu ye se kosia na wani wo ye ya papa John Brown ni mama interest papa ka se o ka se about to only go, you also need but spiritually, no, and I heard soon be caught. Incident in your wedding. me o ka ta na mu sa papa no o ka mi so no so mu dia ma so nyame su ma ka wa sia ma me so be president na kunna so ayya pa ma nyama ko so
ente Owusu Bempa kasa so nyame susu ma nta wa chi a na hunti se si Owusu Bempa pe so kire yen se nanado na wamane afri nyame asem so no efri ni nsam nti se nanado ye sha se so bi tie afutu na nanado ye na adwen so beba back to no Owusu Bempa dia eniwa be ko yi nanado ye serew we de bo mondre na fa ho kom Owusu Bempa na nneoma mu ayedi na e bia Owusu Bempa was special prayers bi ma or special kwanchere bi ma or the Bible ntia enioma betutu din a nanado nka wo ye no sai da boaye da bia ye ka kire wo sai nyankopon na mudi nechi no eye nipa ne create no nyame ani tumi eye book mu nko ane wo nyankopon to mana eye book mu epokoko mu paye eye book mu ye de brudo fidi nipa eye book mu ye fene sen owo kasaye ewo book mu efunu ponko kasaye ewo book mu ye de Shadrach na Abednego eku jam ewo book mu Yona koda bonsiam ewo book mu ni nyina Nyankopon sankere na mo ka ni nyina wo book mu. Apart from that e didn't see physically one until we have to discover ourselves and na yenja Nyankopon nyame beye. There is no divine being in the sky who will do nothing for people. And the last me can say Nanado na odi o minus so Ghana for ye this o mani mu ayedi no. I blame Nanado for 30%. I blame Ghanaians for 70%. We are the same people who voted for Nanado. How can you elect the tiger to lead the sheep? How can you make the tiger a king over the sheep? Automatically the tiger will devour the sheep. Now, if the tiger is devouring the sheep will mother and father no munye din. Ghana for ya kwete say nwan ye yi pataku say pataku ndi ye so hene. Na pataku no so come de na ya ye no say nwan na pataku we na pataku de come de pataku na pataku dare na ji so be wi nwan mana na nwan papa na nwan mama no mu kike mu dia. It doesn't make sense. What you say nti Ghana for ye ma ya adwen de enda ho na ye hu no say nyame bi wo be bia de obeso ye ma nipa na wa ye ma nipa wi nyame mfa ye ho biem nyame on fa ye ho nyame on fa ye ho teacher ni kire ya de na you do exams teacher ni go ngura exams hall no betro maye dia teacher ni na was kire ye no obi an ko tworo wa obe pass na ye wa wasem wa obi fili ye wa wasem mamo a Christopher mo kire se Nyankopon ye teacher ni a wa kire ya de e do exams mo san pese Nyankopon nsam firi so no be kire exams na maye na ye pass. It doesn't make sense enkoyi. Nti Owusu Bempa and his God are the problem of Ghana. They are the cause of the problem of Ghana because they are the same people, the same God who predicted say Nanado is the best person for Ghanaians. But later Nanado was so powerful to change the plan of Owusu Bempa and his God. In the video we can about Owusu Bempa and this issue no Makan hasem ko hwe me YouTube video na CSF ya wudna na I blame the God of Owusu Bempa me ye no last year nyoma ye nko yi no. I blame the God of Owusu Bempa because Owusu Bempa claimed to be the mouthpiece of God. So Jinamuma the nation of Ghana and God. So God talked through him. Yati ase. But why didn't God reveal to you what is happening? Petro boy they couldn't tell you. They couldn't tell you. Nanado will try to build cathedral for Ghanaians. They couldn't tell you. Nanado beka ko gis World Bank sikabi, obeka ko gibesia bi Nyankopon yi ankyere. Ni nyina wanka ni nyina ekombe ba ne bra ye bresi sia yakoto nyoma mu a ofaka within 4 months pe obeka aba no. Lord fe buburu ja nyoma nkoyi woton aduane a ye nto. Aduane ko wonya sika na okwa kotobi. And then ukita 2 CD. Now, Otodo ba 2 CD. Ahabani 1 CD 50 pesos. Dokuno ne bomu ankasa 50 pesos. Wow. O me mo di. Ndi ye nyoma betutu yi na ye beto nyoma yi no. Na mo nja nyame beye no. Me do bibia se de bibia besi a. Echena giving TV. Echena emumbre 3 o'clock. ye kwa ko fire wo nti CSF monko so follow e do bibiase big up to common sense family me chia mu nyina wa wonya subscribe to my YouTube channel no mo de na subscribe e CSF Yahuda TikTok no Yahuda Kentana at Yahuda Kentana me do bibiase e be chia bye bye